I didn't always have like the greatest childhood. My parents were very abusive, and one of the greatest moments was when I got up here to Idaho from Utah and realized that I was on my own. Well, I have my roommate James, amazing guy, but it was kind of like that moment that I realized like I was my own man. I am me, and my choices are defined by me. And like what I get to do with my life, just because I have like some bad relations with this person or whatever, doesn't define the whole thing. And that really like opened up my perspective, and I became a lot more happy since moving up here, because it was kind of like that child burden of like, you're trapped there, you can't leave legally or whatever, I guess. And so, and while I do love them in a sense, and it's sad to say, it was one of the best moments to be like, I'm free, I get to do what I want, this life is how I want to choose. And I think that's part of the reason why I enjoy experiencing new things, is because of that.
The day each of you were born. Just holding you for the first time. And being able just to actually meet you, kiss you, and just feel you in my arms.
My twin brother, Conlon, and it was probably when we were all just hanging out. There was a few other people there, but it was mainly just me and him hanging out, like at his house and up by St. Mary's. And yeah, we didn't have a worry in the world, and it was like one of those nights where I think we were drinking too, but that's not why it was the happiest. We weren't drinking a lot. But yeah, just didn't really have a worry in the world, and that's probably one of my happiest memories, yeah.
I would say the one that comes to mind most really right now is New Year's morning of 2022, having just been out with people in this group and making breakfast and heading off to go shooting that day, and just thinking that, the last year ended very good. It was a very good year, and just looking ahead to whatever the next year had. That was a pretty happy memory.
The first time I went to a hot spring, it was like a natural hot spring, and we had to hike 5 miles to it. And my friend told us that it was only a mile hike in, so we all packed really heavy. And then about halfway through the hike, she was like, "Oh, just kidding. This is actually like not even close to being over." But it was so worth it, and we just spent this weekend with my big friend group in a hot spring and nature, and it was awesome.
Probably the happiest I felt was when we finally actually won a game in high school basketball. Like the most elated.